Hello and welcome to the Rally Stages podcast. And you may be wondering why we sat in our garden and not a forest watching a rally. Two reasons. One, it was bonfire night, or it's coming up to bonfire night, so we're having a bonfire. And second of all, there's no rallies on this weekend, so we decided to film a podcast here. But basically, we haven't filmed a podcast in a long time. Like, summer was the last time we did it. It's definitely not summer anymore, as you can tell by the new Rally Stages hats. We can't sell them, but we've got them now. So we're going to talk about a lot of what we've been getting on with our rally. A rally in France, Mull Rally. Like, it's been busy, hasn't it?
It's been a long old time since we last did a podcast, yeah, as he's mentioned, and we've done so much. But yeah, we just not got around to filming one because we've just had things to do every weekend.
We went to a French rally, didn't we? Do you know what rally it was called?
It's called Saint African.
It was interesting. It was weird. The passion over there isn't quite the same, I wouldn't say. It's more, oh, look, there's some cars going off. Like, instead of if a car went off in the UK, there's going to be people jumping.
There's somebody with a tow rope running over in a second.
Yeah. Here, there was like, oh, a car's going off. Let's go buy a baguette or something.
Yeah, sure. No, but it was a bit like, yeah, I was going to say, that was the one thing we kind of went away with. One, the cars were different, which we'll get to in a second. But the second bit was, yeah, the French, like, it was like a family day out. I went up there, they watched it, it was sunny, you know, everybody brought picnics and stuff, and it was lovely.
Sat there with the cigarettes and just going, oui.
Nobody cared when a car went off. It was quite an eventful rally as well. There was an air ambulance had to come in. I think everybody was okay, but an air ambulance did come along, and people just kind of sat around just waiting for the next cars to come. We were off looking to see where this crash had happened, what had happened.
Well, this was quite funny, wasn't it? So a car had crashed. Our dad had heard that the car had gone off. He was like, "Oh, I'll go have a look, see what happened." So he went to look, and this French guy was walking back, and my dad was trying to say, like, "Oh, is there all happening?" And he just didn't seem fussed. So we're like, "All right, it's not at that corner, obviously." So we went up this hill, down, and then walked about a kilometre to where the air ambulance had landed. I'm like, where's the thing? And someone said it's back that way. So the only place where it was where Dad had a look at it, and there was just, that one guy just didn't care for it.
Yeah.
But yet, how many ambulances were there? Like 8 or 9 ambulances, 2 fire trucks, an air ambulance, and nobody seemed to care that much. It was odd.
The other big difference I found when we went to the French rally was the cars. So in the UK, whether it's gravel, whether it's tarmac, I want to say you're guaranteed to see a Mark II. I think you are guaranteed to see.
I've never been to a rally where there hasn't been a Mark II.
I say they're everywhere. But we expect to see, depending on the size of the rally, between 30 and 60 Mark IIs, if not more, it's usually a massive part of the park. And then over there, I think, was there one?
2. There were 2
Mark IIs. Everything else are just different. European hot hatches. Yeah,
well, French hot hatches, weren't there?
Renaults and Peugeots, that was it. But it was so, I have to say they were cool though. There was so much of a range of them. You had some proper little like Maxes, you had some, just like a little, cheap $2,000 rally car doing it. But everybody had them and they were all so different because here it's kind of like, you see like, 10, 20 a rally, well, maybe. But they're all pretty standard. I think they're all usually between like the 15k to like 30k range. I probably won't say, maxes maybe, well, I'm not sure. But
it's like, do you know how some people like David Bogie put so much money into the Mark IIs and make them, like put the Millingtons in and all that? That's what it's like for a Peugeot 205 but there were so many 205 Maxes as well. Like, there were a lot of nice cars and they sounded awesome. Like Dad's Clio, so Matt Tarbott's Clio, his car would have been, it'd have been a good car there, but nowhere near the top one.
That stands out here because it's like the most mint, what is it? Clio 182?
Yeah.
Probably one of the most mint you've seen. Oh, there it was like, it just fit in with a crowd of other mint little hatchbacks.
They all had clicky boxes in. Yeah. Like, it was until car about 60 or something where they started having manuals. Every car had a sequential in. Like, every single one.
It was mint. And the other thing as well is, we were on holiday, we had a few beers up there, apart from you were driving.
Yeah. I didn't mind, the roads were nice.
But it was just like, you could just sit down, it was sunny, t-shirts on, like you're sweating from the sun.
It was hot.
It's different to UK, innit?
It was almost I think that's the hottest rally we've been to. Portugal wasn't that hot. Greece, I don't think, Greece didn't feel that hot. Because we had shelter, I think. But now, how many different countries have we been to watch a rally in this year? Scotland, Wales, England, 3. France, Portugal, 5 different countries. Yeah, I've seen 2 rallies in France now. You didn't. Just randomly, one time we're stopping over in like a motel on the way back from France. I think we just hear like these cars going mental. Oh, it's gonna be one of these like car meetups, 300 versions of the exact same Fiesta turning up. There was a rally going on past a Seat dealership, like through the middle of just a like a industrial estate.
We had some good stats lined up for. We were going to do a bit of a podcast about this after we went to see it, and it's been a while since, so we've never really got around to it. But I think they have in France. They have twice as many closed road rallies, or was it just rallies in general? Just rallies in general.
And a lot of them are closed road ones, yeah.
And I was trying to work out why, because the population is about the same as the UK, maybe a bit more, but I think it's about the same. But it's they've got a lot more land, a lot more area, so fair enough.
Yeah,
more
there's
roads.
not that many houses on. Like you could easily get 50 mile with not even seeing a house.
But I think it might be also because of the way the regions are made up in the motor clubs. So you've got don't quote me on this, but it's a bit like football tiers. Like, when you get to National League and it's got like National Division South, National Division North, and then you kind of, instead of just the British Rally Championship, you'd have more different competitions that lead up to the
it's kind of like the Welsh Championship and the Scottish Championship, but that for every county almost.
Yeah, I think there was more of that and more of this group stage going up to like the bigger events.
I think the main reason is the French, they're more relaxed. They're just like, oh yeah, sound. You want to rally? Yeah. All right, well, shut. Here, you've got to go. Right, Boris Johnson's got to sign this, and this person's got to sign that, and that's got to sign that. 1,000,001 people. If someone's horsing happy, then we can't possibly run that. Like, it's all just trying not to upset anyone. French, they've just don't care. I don't think. I would actually quite like to do a rally on it though. It would be impossible to make your notes.
You'd like to do a rally in France?
Yeah.
Depends what time of year, but that was hot.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we did our rally at like 20 degrees, not 32.
You saw them in these, you're in a rally car, you're all dressed up, you have the suit on and stuff. It just must have been absolutely roasting. One thing that none of them could do, hairpin turns.
Oh yeah, they're all rough. Well, because I had to look. I had to look on the map, and there was only 2 hairpins in the whole rally. One where we were, and one miles away. So they hadn't had a chance to warm up on the hairpins. They were absolutely rubbish. It were quite tricky, to be fair. Going down a little bit, curved left, and then went into a hairpin. So it's tricky braking, but still.
A few of them off going straight on, or just proper bottling it. Like maybe should I use a handbrake? Should I not use a handbrake? And just stopped or But it was it was a great rally to see, and I would definitely go back and watch some Clubman and French rallying again.
I would, yeah, because there's just such different cars. I'd like to see what it's like in different countries.
You see WRC, but that's it's standardised. It's a WRC event, no matter what country it is.
But what do they have in America? Like, well, I know what they got in America, just Subaru. Yeah.
I can't afford to go there just to watch a rally.
No, not just to go watch a rally, no. Well, I guess we'll move on to the next thing, the big thing. We did a rally.
You've completed a rally.
I've completed a rally.
I've done a rally.
And you've completed a rally just.
Yeah, well, should we start with that?
Oh, start with you breaking her arm.
Yeah, we'll start with that. So it's now, as I mentioned, it's been a while since I did a podcast, but it's also a while since there's rally, and I think it's 7 or 8 weeks now, and I've still got a what's this called? A sling? No, it's not a sling, is it? Splint. I've got a splint on. I had a pot on for 7 weeks, just got it off last week, and now I've got this on. But yeah, I broke my arm.
Did you crash whilst breaking your arm?
I didn't crash, no.
No, so you were just driving the car and it broke your arm?
Yeah, I've got quite skinny wrists, you see. I don't know why I've got skinny wrists. I have skinny wrists, but the car itself was, a Peugeot 205 GTI, and it had a diff in it, and it had no power steering because it's a historic spec. Yeah. It also had a quick steering racks, so that's like, when you've got 3.5 turns in a normal car. In this rally car, you only have 2.5 turns from furthest left to furthest right, basically. It just meant that on the slow sections, you're not got too much pace. Every turn's quite a lot of effort. So I was barely using handbrake for most. I think I tried it a few times, but I couldn't get it because you've got a proper turn the steering wheel and get a handbrake, and there's lots of other things to think about. The gearing, the pedals were so loose. There's so much to think about. So I barely used it. Then there's this one slow corner, and I went round it. And it was on the last stage, thankfully. But I went round, pulled handbrakes, twisted car in. I mean, it just got to the end of it, just snapped. The different cots, got some grip somewhere, which I didn't expect it to, and it just flung around in about
it was less than a millisecond. Your arm went from holding the bottom left of the wheel all the way around to holding back to the bottom left of the wheel, but the wrong way around.
I had my thumb on the outside like you meant to for the whole time. I mean, just as it got all the way around, it slid in. So that's probably why it carried round even further. But I was, people were asking, "Oh, were your thumb in the middle?" I was like, "No, that was the one thing I really didn't want to do." And anyway, broke my arm, and but on that stage, I got a second lap of Blyton, and I think there were another. So there was probably 2 more laps to go, and I just sucked it up, managed to get to the finish. And we're only 1 second behind you with a broken arm in tow.
Yeah, so let's run through the stage and what we think. If you haven't watched our big video on it, we did a very big video. Watch it because it's Like, I'd like to say, yeah, it's very good. It's the best one we've done. And it didn't really do as well as we thought it were going to do.
Now, this first one got 4,000 views. And like, we did put a lot more time and effort. But this is the thing with YouTube. You put time and effort into it, you don't know what's going to happen. And it's like such a difficult thing to grasp. And we've tried changing thumbnails and titles and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't spotted it already, go check it out because I think you like it. I want to say, it's us two idiots trying to rally.
So yeah, so I rallied in a tour. No, you rallied in a 205. I was in a Mini Cooper, 1.6 naturally aspirated, and I love that car. Bart they call it, and it is fun. Which your car we think would be quicker.
Yeah, it would.
But it's a lot harder to drive. It's not what you're used to.
I think if that was my car, I'd be faster in it. But I think if you just want to jump into a car, you go with like the Mini because you just jump in it. Power steering, hydraulic handbrake. Peugeot is just like
it's a tin can in it. Yeah, it's a tin can with an engine in front.
Yeah, it's like an old school rally car.
But the light is out, aren't they?
And when it was flying, especially when it's not on the slow stuff and you're taking corners, it was mint. You could feel every single bump, and it just felt like a go kart. It was mint.
Yeah, because that's one thing I noticed. I thought I'd be quicker in the fast stuff, and you'd be quicker in the slow stuff. But because of your power steering and your lack of arms. What do you call it? You couldn't. I caught you up in the slow stuff, and then you got to a quick stuff, and you were gone, and then you crashed.
Yeah.
How many times did you crash, Ryan?
Technically crash, because a crash means you've hit something once. If you class going off the track, twice. The first stage, because I've done all the things I've just mentioned. You're driving, you're getting used to the gears, which the gears were so flat. You couldn't tell which gear you were in, because it was like, you're just so loose. Yeah, the pedals were like really loose as well, and tiny little pedals.
Tiny.
I mean, just like, the power steering, all of it together. So the first time went round, I was quite nervous, to be honest. I was like really thinking about everything and getting a bit wound up because I didn't get the gear changes right. Yeah, we're going towards this little chicane just with these
like plastic arm coat.
Yeah, you can fill it with water if you want. You see them on like loads of
track days and stuff. Yeah.
I'd actually just started to slow down for it, brake for it early. I mean, I'd like, it's fast. And I had, it's flat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'll just go for it. So I've just whacked the accelerator again. I mean, obviously, once I'd already slowed down, accelerated into it. I mean, I just tried to weave through and hit one of them.
I've got quite a big look at it, trying to work out what you actually did. So I think you went into it right, slowing to go take it left, right. You went into it, brake it, then the dad obviously went fast. And then you went back into the accelerator, and you've gone too quick to turn it in. Like you've predicted, right, I'm braking so I could turn it this time. But what you've done is you've gone back on the accelerator, so you turned in late and you've just hit it straight.
I was a bit annoyed, but also it's your first rally, and I was quite buzzing I'd crashed, to be honest, in a way. Like I was like, well, got that out of the way, I don't need to do that again now. And then I did it again. So went back up. This was, I think, the fifth. Yeah, I was in the wet and I was on dry tyres on slicks. And Oliver had also just come behind me. And
you had super softs on. I had mediums on.
But you were behind me. I'd left you for dust at one point, like, because with Oliver, a few cars in front. So when I came onto the stage, he just thought, like, was doing a second lap. Yeah, got to this, like, really fast bit. And
so you oversteered going down the fast bottom corner. Then it was that other fast bottom corner where you just locked up and went straight on. Yeah,
the corner afterwards. That's where I just locked up, went straight on, and then hit the grass.
I want to know what Dad was saying. Was it get off the brakes? Because when he watches people on telly and they do that,
I went on the brakes.
Were you not?
Once I noticed I wasn't stopping, so probably later than a pro rally driver. But like I realised I'm not going to hit the apex this corner. I'm off. Then it was like straight back onto it. I was gear change. I think I went into second and just slammed down on it. Still beat you back onto track there.
But you saved me from, because obviously I was trying to chase you. So I had a bit of a moment on that same corner before, and then I was like, I'm leaving this braking so late on this next one. And then I see him go off, and I'm like, and then even still, I nearly go off behind you. Like that bit of track was horrible, but you definitely saved me from doing the exact same thing what you did.
Just the wrong tyre as well. If I was in wet, what I'd have done then would have been probably better off. I'd probably be fine, yeah. And
then notice that is then afterwards I will try and get on the horn just to beat you, just to take the piss of it, being a knob. And I nearly missed the split. So I finally get, spoke about missing splits, we'll talk about Ryan missing one later. So I turn off and Jim's like, it's a hairpin. So I just turn it in handbrake on and it just does the most perfect drift around, completely by accident.
I've watched Ian Kaider's Clubman. It's also in the video.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was so fun. And that was probably a highlight for me. See you go off, then going into a corner with way too much speed and just nailing it across the line. That was good. I won every stage bar one, where you drew. We got the exact same time, but on that last stage, you would have by far beaten me. But you broke your arm. So you didn't. I feel like if we did a rally tomorrow in them cars, well, obviously not for him because he broke his arm, but if we did do like a rally the next day and you didn't have broke your arm, then I think it'd have been really good. I reckon you'd have had me.
I think I would have done, because by the end of it, I was like really catching your pace. I was going to have a couple of seconds or matching or.
It was like, yeah, we're equal, pretty much equal pace afternoon, weren't we? It was same time of 5 seconds and 2 seconds.
What was really good though is the whole way through, we were both getting faster and faster and faster. It's like every time I'd get back like 20 seconds off, and it's, you know, they were only short stages, like 3-4 minutes, I think of 4.5 or something, most of them. So coming in like 20 seconds quicker, you're like, whoa. I mean, Oliver was like also 20 seconds quicker, so he was always straight ahead. But like,
it was like, yeah, you came in, I've made 20 seconds up on my time. So, but no, a person I also wanted to beat, which I didn't, was Paul Woodford. So he was in a
special stages.
Yeah, he was in a Mini Cooper S, so he had an extra nearly 100 horsepower on me. But apparently, there's not, depending on the track and all that and the circuit, it's not that big of a difference. And so I was like 5 seconds slower than him every single stage. I want that far. He ended up being like 25 seconds quicker than me over 45 miles, which I think is quite good. So he's got an extra 100 horsepower.
And he's also done a few more rallies as well. That was your first rally. You'd only done 2 stages before another rally.
Well, he's doing Cadwell, so if we do end up doing Cadwell, which I doubt it, if we do, I want to try and beat him there.
Yeah, that was the thing. That in the video, if you've watched it, is we said at the end of it we're going to do Cadwell, but due to
the car's not available,
we're trying to work out our way around it and trying to see if we can manage to do it anyway. Because we have put an entry in, but we'll just have to see how it goes, and we'll find out hopefully this week. Yeah. And if not, we'll just do a different rally. I don't know which one to do, to be honest.
There's one next year. East Riding I want to do.
Yeah, maybe that Mull Rally.
That Mull Rally, that's easy enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's beginner friendly, I've heard. Yeah.
Well, where did you come then? Like, because obviously you missed your split, but added a minute.
Yeah, so yeah, we do. Yeah, I don't think we mentioned, but yeah, we missed a split at one point, which was really quite annoying. So I think I don't remember where I came exactly, but it was it was like 20 places from bottom. It was just like I don't know.
So I think you came 7th in class.
Yeah.
Nah, you missed the split, didn't you? So
missed a split, crashed again, broke my arm. So yeah.
and I came 4th in class. Well, this is what. So when I went out midday when it started raining at stage 5, I was like 20 seconds off 3rd in class. So I was like, right, I'm going to try and get him. But he was car 35. He went out in the bone dry. I went down in the absolute soaking wet, lost 50 seconds to him. And then next stage, because I was on mediums, it was still wet, and he had some softs or wets. He gained another 20 seconds up on me. And then the last 4 stages after that, I was gaining like 10 seconds a stage. I only ended up 20-something seconds behind him. So if I wouldn't have gone out in the wet, I'd like to think I'd have come 3rd in class. But also, if he noticed that I was catching up on him, he might have pushed on as well.
And you never know if he started off with the worst tyres or better tyres, or if they were used or whatever it was. This is just rallying, isn't it?
But it would have been quite good to get 3rd in the Mini, because the Mini's not very powerful, and it's
a brilliant car, but it's not a competitive car in its class. It's competitive in Mini Rally Challenge. That's what I'm really built for.
Well, we were versing a Saxo Maxi with 200 horsepower. Yeah. We got no chance, do we? So I think he took. I don't know who came 2nd actually. But no, overall, it was very, very good, and it got me hooked.
It was brilliant. Yeah. All I want to do now is rally. I can't because we've got this.
Broken arm. Right, so we'll move on to the next subject, which was Mull Rally, and what a rally that was.
I mean, we always love it, but this year was special.
Yeah.
But you had quite a story before we even got to Mull Rally. I went up on Wednesday. You went up on.
Well, we were meant to go up on Saturday but we couldn't because the storm. The storm had like cut out all the electricity. So we're like, right, we'll just go up Sunday and see if we could get on the island. But the plan was for me was to go up on Saturday, meet Fergus on Sunday, and then me and Fergus Barlow, come off the island on Sunday to go test him. But as we got there on Sunday, the main ferry wasn't working. So then we had to go up to the smaller ferry. And we had no signal, so I couldn't call Fergus being like, where are you, what are you doing, or like that. We got on the small ferry, so I think it took us 14 hours to get onto the island. And then as soon as I got on the island, there's this madman with his head out the window going, hey! It was Fergus going, hey up you, come on, you want to jump in? So I got into the island for about 100 metres onto the island, then I jumped into Fergus' car, going back off the same ferry I'd just come on. And then went back off the island for another 4-hour journey down to Glasgow, and then stayed at Fergus's on Sunday night. Then on Monday we went to go test in his Rally 2 Fiesta, and oh my God, was it good! So we went to Don Buckley's, put the livery on the car. We didn't put it on, but I had a look at the livery that I designed, which was also kind of cool.
So, and on that livery thing as well, like it's it was a brilliant livery, but it was only a week before when we got the briefing to design a full livery for a car, and like Fergus usually just goes for
A big sticker.
well, yeah, stickers on car, but nothing crazy. It's like a silver car or a white car. I thought, well, we'll give it a crack, we'll give it a go, and yeah, turn it around within the week to see. Like you designed it on Monday and Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday night. You were up until midnight.
Yeah, I was up until 2:00 in the morning, designing on the phone with him, going, "Oh, where should we put this? Where should we do this?"
And the following Monday, you see it actually brought to life. It was
Pretty cool. And yeah, so yeah, the brief was for the livery was simple. Like some of us just only like a one piece on the side, one piece on the front, one piece on the back. It couldn't be a full livery because we didn't have time to put it on, and it was also only rented it. That car's still got it on,
I know. I mean, it was at Cambrian.
Cambrian, it was competing in the Cambrian. We're still with the design
Because we didn't make it to Cambrian because we had a party to go to. But I saw a clip and I was like,
Fergus.
I was like, what? I recognise that. It's cool to see it still on there.
So yeah, we got that, and then yeah, it was time to go testing, and it was so strange because you see them driving from the outside and you think that is mental. How does it go that quick? And inside, you visually are like, oh my God, this is going rapid. But it just feels so stable and so smooth. Like it doesn't bother about, oh, there was a jump in this test where we were. And first time we hit it, I was like, oh, this is gonna work. And it goes, oof. It's like you didn't even notice it. It was awesome. And yeah, just the braking was like mental. You just threw yourself forward in the seat, and then same with the launch control. Launch control. I don't think there was a point where I wasn't just absolutely giggling.
I've watched the in-car this as well, and I would just skim through it, and every single one Oliver's just there like...
Yeah. I'm just ear to ear. And I'm not the best passenger, at least I wasn't the best passenger. But I think after going out with one of them and going out with Nathan Evans and his Clio, I'm better at passenger.
So which one do you think worse to be in? Is it like more scary to be in?
They were both quite similar because there was both of them are really highly spec cars. Both got Rigers on it and stuff like that. They were both kind of not anticlimactic, but
you felt safe.
Yeah, it felt safe. You're miles back from the dash.
What about the Nova?
Then you go into a Nova where my knees are touching the windscreen nearly. It's twitching about everywhere. That was by far the scariest one to go in. I was like Fiesta and the Clio. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is the cars are so capable. The Nova, I'm like, wow, this guy's good at driving because it's constantly twitching. So yeah, the Nova were definitely scary. Plus, I was the crumple zone in that car.
Yeah.
Your legs. Yeah, and if you crash, my legs are there. If your windscreen comes in, yep, my knees are there.
So after you've done testing with Fergus, you went back to the island of Mull.
Oh yeah,
and just got back to bed.
So the plan was I was going to drive Fergus's car up to Mull, but they absolutely chucked it down, and he had summer tyres on, so it had no grip at all. And I was kind of rushing for the ferry. So yeah, that was an interesting drive. Driving a brand new car with
no grip in the wet.
With no grip at all. Also wanting to catch a ferry. So I got to the ferry port, and it'd gone. I think I'd missed it by 10 minutes or so. So I was like, what do I do now? Do I sleep in my car? Do I go to a hotel? And the cheapest hotel, like 150 quid. No chance.
Yeah, Rally Stage hasn't made it yet.
No. So I looked at this hostel, which was £20. Right, that sounds a bit more like me. And I go in, and I'm going to kind of have a look what it's like. And they're like, hey, dude, what's up? You want to stay a night? I'm like, oh, no. And I can't say no, I've come in. So I'm like, yeah, go on then. Can I have a room, please? And they're like, do you want the mixed room with us, dudes? So I'm like, nope. I do not want to be sharing a room with you lot. No offense to them all. And then, so I get this room, it was by myself. And then later on, a 60-year-old Polish bloke comes in and just saying, fair. It was a nice guy.
And offered you some...
Yeah, they were all offering me mushrooms and marijuana and stuff like that.
Marijuana.
Wow. So some people from New Zealand, America.
I'd assume people there would be going to the rally for some reason. Like,
never heard of it. I said, that's what am I doing? I went off to Mull Rally. One guy had heard of it who was actually from Auburn. The rest of them were like, what's that?
It's so close. It just seemed like...
But why would you end up in Auburn when you're from America for no reason, unless you're going over to the islands? Like, I don't get how they were there and why they were there.
I mean, Auburn is a touristy town, but to us, it's just the gateway to the islands, as in Mull, to watch a rally.
Yeah, so I finally got an island next day. I got first ferry across with a bit of a thick head.
And then, we've got to this stage at podcast, we've not even talked about the rally yet. I mean, it was mint. It was the first year as well that I've been, and it wasn't chucking it down all the time. It was just cloudy, overcast, it drizzled a bit, rained a bit. But we saw the cars, I think we saw them 6 times, twice at each leg. And it was just a brilliant, for this year as well, like Colin Duffy came back. Fergus was out in an rally too. There's a few names who weren't there on the regular, which weren't there this year.
McCrone, Harper.
But it was still like a really competitive field, and it was just brilliant to see. And brilliant to see out there not be absolutely soaking wet.
Well, the thing is, the people that haven't been to Mull before were saying, oh, the weather's rubbish. We're like, no, weather was mega. We were spectating in a t-shirt at one point. Like, it were quite good. So yeah, what spots? The first spot we went just below Christmas Tree Corner, if you know where that is, and a car had a lot of people nearly went off there. He spun it banked. He looked like he took a right chunk out the banking, but he carried on, and then he did have another off later on. We just went off into some grass, but he seemed to. I think he finished the rally with some. Probably new pants on. He definitely need a couple of new pants. But
So the first spot, second spot that day. Where did we go?
Smithy Junction. Well, no, it really happened.
Wait, Roscoe, a few years ago.
Macron that did it sideways last year.
Macron, sorry, yeah, that were a Blue Fiesta as well. He just went for it that year. Like, that was mental. This year there were a couple of dodgy ones, but I don't think anybody quite. I think it was just because it was a really slippy surface to rally in.
Yeah, like greasy, damp, in between the tyres. It was in between like wets and softs.
So yeah, I just think it was quite a hard year for everybody just because of the conditions.
Yeah, because it was never just wet. It was never just dry. It was, oh, there's getting a dry line. Oh, it's now rained. Oh, it's getting a dry line. It's now rained. So it was quite tricky for tyres, I imagine. I mean, I didn't do it myself. And then our dad and Tarby, they finished when we were very used to them not finishing Mull Rally.
Yeah, they've had a few. I don't think I've been up and finish.
Yeah, clear first time in Astra 17th. Yeah.
So yeah, it was good just to see him, bring that. It was the first time the Clio's got to the finish.
Yeah,
which is really nice to see, and obviously it just makes it worthwhile instead of finishing on whatever day. Traveling all that way up. It's a lot of money to do Mull Rally because of accommodation, because of the getting the car up there. You got to have a full team up there, the accommodation, bringing food, all that, and it's such a long event as well. So front to finish was it was mint. Yeah, the other thing we were doing in Mull was we were filming. We did a video package, so it was 25 quid before, 30 quid afterwards for filming the cars, and it was the first time we'd actually done this properly. We've been sending out videos as and when to people for ages, but we film every single car, and we just thought this year it's like we film every single car, and then we just store it on we've spent hundreds of pounds storing it on my hard drives, which just stacked up in my bedrooms. It's like, well, we should see if people are interested in this, and it actually worked out really well. I think we saw
45 cars, 45. So we got half of the finishers basically.
And it was 45 cars, and we got multiple shots at each thing. And this was his first time doing it, so we just had my camera, which was just put there static.
Yeah, and GoPros.
But now we've kind of proven that we could do it, turn it around, and send it out to people.
Yeah, we got a new camera. Got that camera with a lens with a zoom on it. So that should. I'm trying it out this weekend. On actual rally stuff, but it should be like a lot more improved.
So now we've invested in a new camera. We've got some new mics in the way. We've got our 2 cameras, two GoPros possibly. We'll probably just use the one.
Yeah.
But we should be able to have like a proper Well, when you watch WRC and they've got 3 cameras in a row, and you get that nice thing. You should be able to get that for every stage, really. Not quite the same level, but
it should look right good. Yeah.
Thousands of pounds of a kit as well.
Oh yeah. Also, if you're doing RAC, we're doing that. So drop us a message, and if you want videos for that as well, we'll get that sorted. Because that's like our next big one. Because I'm doing the full RAC, aren't I?
Yeah, you're doing all 5 days at RAC. So if you want somebody to get your footage from that, it's well worth getting in touch with us. Because 5 days, and we get to multiple spots in a day.
Oh, so back to Mull Rally. So and then Fergus finished second, which some people might not think is like. He wanted top 3. That's what his goal was, and he got top 3. With Heather next to him as well. I thought with Megan, because we'd done quite a lot of work with him, not just coming up to the rally, but all year long. It was very good to see that, and we got quite hammered with him on Sunday night. Stayed out till 7 o'clock in the morning.
That was the best bit. That was not the best bit of the rally. Obviously, seeing the cars was.
What? But you bet him on the racing sim when we were all hammered.
Oh, that was a good bit. Yeah. So well, let me tell you about this. In that room, we had was it the AMD driver?
Yeah, AMD. I forgot his name, but so he came. He came 5th, I think, in a Mark II Escort.
Then there was Fergus, and there was like a bunch of other people who just come up from McGoggins, and we got on the racing sim and see who could win. Went for everybody in that room, or most of them in the room, and you went had a go, and you You were terrible. You know, you say you spend so much time.
I couldn't hear the pace notes. It was a new stage. Yeah, to be fair, you had a quiet room when you had yours.
Not quiet, just less music on, but I'm still managed to beat everybody in that room. So I think, Fergus, watch out next year.
It was kind of a really good finish to a really good week. But then you had I think actually got to bed at about 6:30 in the morning. We were up at 8:30, had to drive. We didn't drive, we were passengers, but we had to go 8-9 hours back home in the back of a car.
And if anybody's wondering why the video edits didn't get to him that day, it's because we were so hungover. But I was doing my very best in the back of a car, stuffed car, like, you know, there was pillows up to, like, you know, my chest.
Yeah, I couldn't really see you, could I? Like,
everything, and it was just a laptop like poking up with these pillows right by the thing, and I was just editing away all the journey back. Everybody else were having a nap, and we managed to edit it all. And I think, you know, the next day we started sending it out to people. But yeah, we did. It was a day later than it will be for the RAC and everything else, because we did yeah, we were absolutely off.
We were quite hungover.
So no, the thing is, after all these rallies, especially big ones like Mull and WRCs and stuff, you get back and it's just like, it's like an actual come down. I think rallying's brilliant, but I think why it's so brilliant as a spectator, you spend so much time outside. You also go to the pub and meet like-minded people, have a good old chat.
It's very sociable. As long as you're going there, because it's not just you with your mates, especially where like Mull, you're meeting up with loads of people. Oh, what car are you with this, that, and the other? And we do know quite a few people up there now. So we've been going up for a while, and people know our dad. So yeah, you end up seeing loads of people and
big community. Yeah, like, that's what it is. So, and like, you know, but it's the same with Mull, same with everything else, and you just end up getting back, and you've spent so much time talking to people, chatting, being outside with fresh air, and you get back home, you're like,
and alcohol.
It's like going to a festival or something.
Yeah.
If you're into music, if you've been to Glastonbury or Leeds Fest or whatever it is, it's like the same thing coming afterwards, and it's just like,
you're almost happy it's over because you're absolutely knackered. But also then as soon as you're over for one day, you're like, oh, I want to go back. Yeah. I really want to go back.
But yeah, that was I think Mull, to be honest. It was brilliant. It was such a great time. And
could be my best Mull yet.
I think it was my best Mull yet. It was.
Here we go. Because we were doing stuff. We were out filming all the time. We're filming Fergus. We were just like, we actually had almost purpose. We weren't just like lounging around on the Wednesday and the Thursday. We were out doing stuff. And getting to go out on a rally too. I mean, it's all right. I wouldn't say no.
So far in this podcast, all we've done is caught up to where we are now. I think now that's it. We've up to the current day. And we've done a lot. In his next podcast, we're going to go talk a bit about...
Coming up next week.
A bit about just some recent news in the WRC and classifications. And
I'm about to have a big shout at FIA. I'm about to have a big yell at FIA.
FIA, if you're watching.
Yeah, watch out. I'm coming for you.
And then... There's some news, there's news around
Subaru, our possible rally car we're getting. I say ours, your possible rally car you're getting.
I'm buying a rally car, and there was some other bits as well.
We're going to have a cup of tea. We're going to change our clothing to make it look like it's a different day. We're going to change location as well. And we're off to go play in racing sim.
Because we're professionals.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a little while.
Yeah.
Cheers for watching.
Goodbye.